So as I was interviewing, doing applications and then interviewing for residency, my goals on kind of what I wanted from a program changed, and one of the things that I thought was most important was, you know, the curriculum, the ultrasound, the research, all those things, and UCONN had everything. And then I thought, you know, I matched here and I was super excited, moved here, and then I was like, well, nothing can be, you know, match my expectations. And you know, usually your expectations are too high, and then you're kind of like, oh, well, I wish they didn't do this or didn't do that. Since being here and experiencing everything, there's not a thing I would change about the program. Everyone has been so supportive, so helpful. All the teaching has been amazing, and I just wanted to say, from my experience, you know, moving across the country, it was 100% the best thing ever, and I'm so excited to be part of this emergency medicine program.
So I think UCONN is a very special place to be and train for several reasons. It is a place where it has a lot to offer. There's not just one hospital that UCONN Emergency rotates with. There's 4 hospitals. And I think that's what makes it special. You get a wide variety of the patient population at Hartford, at St. Francis, and we have our own children's hospital, which is right next door. And then you also get the community experience of going to John Dempsey Hospital. I think you have a wide range of attendings that you can learn from. But most importantly, I think the one distinguishing factor that UCONN offers that not too many other programs do is that we're a big, well-knit family. And I think the senior residents especially watch out after the younger residents, and the attendings watch out after all the residents. I don't think you get that camaraderie and that feeling of a big family anywhere that you go. And that's what really makes this place a defining place for me, and I think that's why I chose UCONN ER. I think my biggest defining moment was when I first had my first intubation here in Red Pod. I was a first-year resident, and I got called to the Red Pod to run it. It ended up being a dissecting AAA that needed to be intubated. At that point, my attending told me I had to intubate the patient because he wasn't breathing on his own. And I looked over, I had not done an intubation before, and the person that was at my side was a second-year resident who looked at me and smiled and said, "I'll be here throughout the whole thing, don't worry." I think at that point I knew I was at the right place. I knew that the people around me were going to help me through residency, and I felt comfortable ever since. So I was born and raised in Connecticut, so I kind of knew what I was getting myself into. I think Hartford and Connecticut, in a sense, has a lot to offer as far as nightlife and social life. Being single when I came into residency and meeting my wife and getting married, I kind of had the experience of both ends. I think West Hartford has a great deal to offer as far as inner city. There's lots of bars and restaurants to go to. This summertime, there's great nightlife outdoors, and you also get the feeling of, you know, wintertime. So you get the outdoorsy feeling of the winters here, going to the ski resorts. And the best part about being in Hartford is that if you even want a bigger city feel, you're only a train ride or a car ride away from New York City or Boston, which makes this a very unique place to live. So I couldn't complain about the nightlife here.
So there's a bunch of different things that you can do. You can be outdoors a lot, and I think of it as a great area. I'm from Northern California originally, and you can be outdoors all year long. Here it's the same kind of thing. There are mountains here if you're a winter sport guru. You can go up to Vermont, New Hampshire, which is a 1 to 2 hour drive, depending on what you're looking for. If you're into team sports, there's an indoor soccer facility that is always playing. There's always teams and games to be played. Teams to join and games to be played. I know that a couple of the guys in the 3rd year class are on a team that used to be involved with the med school team, the UCONN med school team. In terms of gyms around the area, I belong to a gym. It's very affordable. It's $10 a month. There are also different types of. There are also different ones in the area, more expensive or less expensive, depending on what you are looking for. With different types of classes that you can be involved in. And there's a new gym at Hartford Hospital, which is free for all residents, and it's very nice.
I think our program is very geared to resident wellness and living a healthy lifestyle. So they make time for us to get out, be outdoors. Like Amy was saying, there's a new gym at Hartford Hospital, which is state of the art, and it's free to all employees and residents. But we also do things together as a residency. We play frisbee golf sometimes on Saturdays and the weekends. A lot of us residents go out and play golf, or play a pickup game of basketball.
He's terrible at golf.
Better than her.
She's like 100 every time.
And a lot of residents, we do things on the side as well as doing workouts together, including Insanity or P90X, which a lot of the residents are scared that I do.
I mean, there's tons of running trails, there's tons of biking trails, there's reservoirs all around this area, which I was here for medical school, so I kind of know this area well because I've been here for a while, and definitely I haven't been wanting for more things to do.
So I'd say the defining moment of my residency was when I played taka and ping pong. Certainly I was a little concerned because it was first year and taka was the second year, and it was a little warm in the room, and I came that day with my A game, and it was a really close match.
Who won?
I killed him. I absolutely destroyed him. And the next month was really awkward for me.
Wait, Taka sucks at ping pong?
He's awful. And then he's telling me how Jamil was really good another second year, and I played Jamil and destroyed him too. So hopefully somebody out there can come and try to beat me. Amy's really good too. Amy's actually very good. Division I athlete.
Challenge accepted.
So one thing I really liked about UCONN, I used to work EMS in the area, and one thing I was always impressed was every time we bring in a trauma, there would be this team of people wearing yellow. Everything would be so organized, and these people, to me, would always come out and have a good outcome, and I was always so impressed by that. Not to mention Hartford Hospital, such a great facility. It's well known, it's well respected, and that's the #1 thing I wanted to be part of. Another thing that's great about here is that you have a quick access to Boston or New York City. Not to mention Hartford has a lot to offer, theater, movies. If you're a foodie, there's tons of restaurants around here. That's really great. Lots of hiking to do. There's the shore. You can go down there. It's a quick drive. And if you like road trips like I do, it's 2 hours. You can go anywhere you want, go see some history, go see things that are different, that are diverse. There's so much to do. And you get all of that in this little pocket that we're in. Huge population diversity around here too. You get the affluent folks, you get the inner city folks, you get people from all over the world that come here. You really couldn't ask for anything better. And lucky for me, I have my family around here, and I plan to stay. And I would recommend that anyone who's interested in UCONN ask these questions and maybe get a look around and get a better feel for Hartford, because it has so much to offer for people, and I think that's really great. The ultrasound direction that we have here now, it's gone from minimal to spectacular. We have a new director here who's ecstatic about what she does. She's very passionate about it. From a short amount of time, she's made this into a fellowship as well. And we've honed in on our skills. We've become excellent clinicians on top of learning these ultrasound skills that is the future of emergency medicine.
I went to med school here, and so I knew the people here. And again, it was kind of it was sort of a no-brainer for me. I was so comfortable with the people who were here already that I interviewed all over the Northeast, from New York sort of on up through Boston and Albany and all throughout New England. And I got a good vibe everywhere, but there was no single place outside of UCONN that had any good reason why I should go there as opposed to stay here. Other things for me, I had family in the area, but again, there was no place that had anything that UCONN couldn't offer. Every place does things a little bit differently, but you're going to get the same everywhere. You're going to get a good education no matter where you go, in this region at least. But it's the people who are in charge of the program that make a difference, and I knew the people here, and you can't ask for a better group of people who are going to be in charge of your life for the next 2 years. It was real easy to get a job in this area in Connecticut, especially. I didn't look outside of Connecticut, but we have so many graduates in the immediate area, all the hospitals around us, that getting an interview was almost a non-issue. In fact, Dr. Smalley and Dr. Tilden, who are in charge of the ED here, I mentioned to them that I was looking in the area, and they said they would send out a couple emails for me, and literally within 15 to 20 minutes I had 3 local directors who had emailed me asking me to come interview with them as opposed to me soliciting interviews from them. So it was almost effortless for me to get interviews, which was great. And then getting a job, again, at almost all the local places we have graduates, so they were able to, they know what UCONN product is, and so everyone in the area is super comfortable hiring from UCONN. It was almost a formality that we had to even do an interview. It was more like a meet and greet. There was no back and forth about whether or not I'm qualified or it would be a good place for me. It was just sort of a get to know the people. And with the support that we get from our leadership, I was offered a job at all 6 places that I interviewed at. So getting a job is sort of a non-issue, which is, I don't think you can say enough about that coming out of a residency, that you almost don't have to think about it. And again, I can only really speak to this area, but I know that going outside this area, it's almost the same thing because we have connections in so many different places.
Harvard Hospital has really opened the door for a lot of different things for me personally. I started out as a new grad, so learning with the new residents and the experienced staff members, nurses, doctors has really helped me grow as an individual in the field. Connecticut is an interesting place to live. It has a lot of different things for you to do depending on what you like. It's close to the city, so if you want to go see a show or do shopping. It's also close to the shore, so if you want to go fishing or lay at the beach, it just has a lot of variety to it, and it makes Connecticut, being part of New England, very special. The residents, working with the beginning residents, the senior residents, offers a lot of education for me, seeing what is new, latest, and greatest, and, just see their growth as they go from their first year to the second year and even, into their last years. So it's very interesting, and they teach me a lot, and I try to help guide them the more experienced I get. Yes, I have worked with yourself on many different things, but the redpod.org has been a huge learning experience for myself. Really has taken me outside my comfort zone to really kind of spread out and learn new things with a collaborative team.
My name is Jamie Seligman, and I am a nurse at Hartford Hospital in the emergency department. I'm also part of the graduate nurse program for this year. Well, Hartford Hospital is not only my first nursing job, but it's my first big-time real job. And the main thing I was worried about when I started at Hartford Hospital was probably getting along with all the people, and I work nights. And I have to say that even though I'm the new kid on the block, everybody is so amazing and great, and they help you no matter what. And the doctors and the nurses work so well together, and they have just this open communication that I really never expected. And they tell you all these things in school, and I never expected that the communication and the camaraderie would be so great there, and I absolutely love it. So, I mean, before I started working at Hartford Hospital, I didn't really know how the residency worked, and with working with the residents, they've shown me that there's first year, second year, third year residents, and that they are learning as well as I am learning. So it's nice to feel like we're learning together, and a patient can bring us both closer to our ultimate goals of becoming professionals. And also I feel like, even though I'm a new nurse, that I can teach the residents something, and I feel like they can teach me something because I do the hands-on practical stuff that they may not have never seen. Like, I bring them in and help them, show them how to start an IV, or just sometimes even simple things like putting them in bedpan, and then they'll teach me something about lab values. So it's great.
Yeah.
And duckling bowling.
Laser tag and duckling bowling.
All right, Taka, 3 questions.
All right, why UConn, Taka? Coming to Hawaii.
Oh man, you'll love it here. It's the best.
What? Oh my God. Taka likes it because he likes the weather.
Well, everyone out there worked really hard, but me, Kelly Herbst, has voted. Small portion of life for me this happened. As well as all the other people out there.
Race not to the captain. Okay,